I will be doing a quick tank review for the German Tier 9 heavy tank, the E-75. What must you know about this heavy tank? This vehicle, it is a upgun and a better armored version of the Tiger II. This vehicle plays just like the Tiger II. This vehicle have very good armor when it comes to the front and side. If you angle the armor well enough, you can ricochet most Tier 9 and Tier 10 guns. This vehicle have a lot of the same weaknesses as the Tiger II does. I find the E-75, if you play it right, you can do quite well in a Tier 9 or in a Tier 10 match. Let's get to the vehicle stats now. The E-75, when it is fully upgraded, it's a good vehicle for the most part. You have a lot of hit points, 1,920 hit points. With the armor, you can ricochet and potentially receive a lot of damage. Watch out for Tier 9 and Tier 10 artillery, as they are able to one-shot you. This vehicle is quite heavy. It weighs up to 96 tons. My setup, it is about 92 tons. With the 900 horsepower Maybach engine, this engine like to be set on fire at 20%. Watch out for that. This engine will give me a decent horsepower to 2-ton horse. It will give me a decent horsepower to ton ratio. It would be about 9.5 horsepower to 1 ton. It is not that good nor bad. So I will have a problem reaching the 40 kilometer mark. I will only reach that top speed when I am going downhill only, or from time to time when I am on flat terrain. The vehicle whole traverse, it is quite good at 30 degrees. It could be better, it could be worse. The vehicle armor, this is well, it is quite good. If you get the vehicle into a hold down position and angle the armor, people are going to have a problem pinning you, unless if the round they are firing at you, it is going to overpen the armor value. The whole armor, it is 160. With the angling and angling it right, you can ricochet a lot of rounds. The lower laser plate, this is a weak part. Turret front, it is 252 with some angling to it. The gun mantelet and the turret front, it is quite well armored, so people will have a problem penning through it, unless if the gun can actually overpen the armor value. Still, you have a lot of the same weak parts. Lower laser plate, the hatches heel, the points, the hatch heel, and the top of the vehicle heel. This front part of the top heel, you are able to ricochet rounds with this armor plate heel. Whole side, it is 120, but with the armor value, if you angle it just right, you can ricochet rounds with that as well. Same as the turret side, 160. The real, it is 112, 120 I mean, for the hull, 160 for the turret. The real can be penned easily enough. I find the engine, it can be damaged easily enough. The crew, for the most part, I find they do not get knocked out easily enough. But I find the ammo rack and the loader get knocked out easily enough. The gun itself, the top gun, it is quite good. The gun depression downward, it is 5, while the gun elevation upward, it is 15. The 12.8 centimeter KWK 44 L55 gun, this is a low rate of fire gun. In theory, you can have up to 4 rounds per a minute with it. The gun pen, it is quite good, so you can pen most vehicles with ease if you know where you are shooting at. This is a high alpha gun. The gun, it is the gun accuracy, it is decent enough, 0.38. The aiming time, it is long, 2.9 seconds. The turret traverse, it is decent enough, 18 degrees. It is not that good nor bad. The view range, it is good, 400 meters. If you are going to use vents and coated optics, you can easily have up to 450 meters. But with the binocular telescopes activated, my view range, it is 450 meters plus. The vehicle radio range, it is quite good, 710 meters. With a good radio crew member, you can have more than 710 meter signal range. Let's cover the research part for the tank. The vehicle research grind, it is a easy grind to use. The 90k free research points that I mentioned, let me show you the grind. If you want to mount all of the equipment onto the tank, you will be required to mount the top pair of tracks. The 90k research points that I mentioned, the tracks are about 25k research points. The engine, it is about 26.5k research points. The top turret, it is about 25k research points. With the 90k research points, you will have all of the research done on the tank already, except for the top gun. The rest of that 90k research points, you can use it while getting the actual combat experience for the Top Gun here, which will cost you about 63k research points. The tracks. Let's begin off with them. From the first pair of tracks to the second, you will have a better hull traverse, and it will allow you to mount all of the equipment. You will begin off with the 700 horsepower engine, which have a 20% chance of engine fire. The engine here, it is a 900 horsepower engine with the same 20% chance of engine fire. This engine, it is usable on the E-75 only. The FUG radio, FUG 12 here, you should have already researched this on any vehicle that actually uses it. Turrets. The first turret, it is not that well armored. Most guns can easily pen it. The second turret here, you will have better armor, which will allow you to ricochet a lot more rounds from the front and side. Unlike the first here, you will have more hit points, but you will lose out in the turret traverse area. The view range, it is better, plus 10 meters. Also, you will be needing this turret to mount the top gun. The gun you are going to be using while getting the top gun, it is this 105 millimeter gun. The rate of fire, it is pretty good, about 7 rounds per a minute. The pen, it is decent, but if you know where to penetrate, you can penetrate most vehicles using AP and APCR. The damage output, it is decent enough. 320. I find if you are going to get all of the rounds to penetrate and hit, you will be doing about the same amount of damage at the top gun, but you are going to be doing a little bit less. The accuracy, it is good, 0.34. The aiming time, it is good, 2.3 seconds. The Top Gun here, 12.8 centimeter KWK-44 L55 gun. This gun, I see a lot of people use it as it is quite good. This gun, it is a low rate of fire gun, about 4 rounds per a minute. The pen, it is quite good. You can penetrate most vehicles with the AP and the APCR rounds. This gun, it is a high damaging gun. The accuracy, it is decent, 0.38. The aiming time, it is long, 2.99 seconds. The L55 gun, I find that if you are at the right place at the right time, you can inflict a lot of damage with this gun. To get the E100, you will need to get about 183k research points with 6.1 million credits. Let's cover the equipment, consumables, and the ammo layout for the E-75. Let's begin off with the consumables. I would go with a first aid kit, a repair kit, and a manual fire extinguisher. If you want to, you can actually use the chocolate rations if you have any. This vehicle carries a decent amount of ammo. I find that while I was using the vehicle, I never actually ran out of ammo. While I was uh, while I was using the 12.8 centimeter gun. This gun carries up to 36 rounds of ammo. The ammo mix I have, it is mostly AP and APCR. I find AP can penetrate most vehicles if you know the enemy tank weak parts. I would save the APCR round for the heavily armored heavy tanks and TDs. APCR APCR rounds, if you are going to be using them, it will cost you 4,800 credits, or about 12 gold. I would carry a few HE rounds on you just in case if you are going to be shooting at a semi armored target, or just to reset cap. My equipment I have for the E-75, it is binocular telescopes to increase the view range, vents to improve the tank performance, and the gun rammer to reduce the loading time. I find any tank that have a larger caliber gun, having a larger caliber tank gun rammer is a must, just to reduce the loading time. The equipment that you want to use on the tank. Going with this, it's a good idea. It gives you extra protection, 50% against ramming, HE round, and also protect the crew as well by 50%. Vertical stabilizer Mark II is a good idea as well. Toolbox just to get the vehicle repair done faster. When you combine this with the repair perk, your repair will be done quickly. The enhanced gun laying drive to decrease the aiming time. Coated optics if you want to have a more permanent view range bonus. Binocular telescopes is a good idea if you are going to be sitting in the middle or even in the front line, lighting up targets. But it is a personal preference. If you want to use either of these two or not. Let's cover the pros and cons of the E-75. The pros and cons for the E-75. As a Tier 9 heavy tank, you will be getting yourself in total a Tier 9 and a Tier 10 matchmaking. This vehicle can actually handle itself quite well, whether it be top tier or not. It is very important that you know how to use the tank well enough, and you can do quite well in it. How do you use the E-75? You can play this as a front-line heavy tank, as a support vehicle, as a flanking vehicle, and also if you must, you can also play it as a medium to a short distance sniper as well. Now, what is good about the tank? The the vehicle have good armor and a good gun. If you make use of the armor, you can ricochet a lot of rounds and potentially block a lot of damage. The vehicle plays just like the Tiger 2. This tank, no matter what the matchmaking is, you can do quite well in it if you know how to play the tank right. Now to the cons. As a heavy tank, it is slow. The crew and the modules, I find, they can be damaged easily enough from the side and rear. Also, the engine can be taken out easily enough with a well placed shot to the lower glacis plate here. Also, tier 9 and tier 10 RD, they can potentially one tier 9 and 10 artillery can potentially one shot you. So be careful about that. Also, with the engine, 20% engine fire, watch out for that as well. I have some replays to show you how you can use the 105 millimeter gun and the 12.8 centimeter gun quite well. Let's get to those replays now. This match, I am in a tier 10 match, and I will show you how good the E-75 armor is and how competitive the top 105 millimeter gun is on the E-75 when you're in a tier 10 match still.
Los geht's.
I'm having a look around where I needed to go. This match I was platooning with a clanmate, Arkham. If I remember right, this match I had the E-75 mostly for the upgraded, except for the top engine and gun. That were the only two things I had left to retouch after this match. Me and Arkham, we are heading down the one line. This vehicle with the stock engine, it is not that fast of a heavy tank, just like the Tiger 2 is. Let me speed up the replay a bit to get the front line faster. I got a ricochet from that Tiger 2. See how I am angling my armor? Just by having the turret to the left and the armor angle to the right for the hill angle added on top, I can in theory ricochet tier 10 rounds like that, if I am lucky enough. I wasted a shot there, but did not penetrate the IS-7. Yeah, I tried hitting the weaker spot on top of the IS turret there, but no luck. Seeing I am not having any luck, I tried shooting the side, no luck there. I tried aiming for the hatch door in the front of the tank there, missed it there again. There I ricocheted a IS round. Angling your armor is quite important when you're using this vehicle. As long as you angle your armor right, you can ricochet a lot of rounds with it. That IS gun, it have very good pin, so he more than likely is aiming at my lower glacis plate. Seeing the T-54 advancing, I moved up. That IS-7 there took a good chunk of my health off, half of it off. With the two friendlies there, taking care of the IS and the vehicle in the middle, I advanced forwards, using the hill as extra protection. I am looking around before I advanced this way. I am still using the APTR round to make sure my round is going to pen. For the vehicles that I'm shooting at the rear, I could have had used AP round for. Those APTR rounds, I would be needing a few of them later on if I did not use them up at this time in the match. Right now, the middle and the right side have fallen, so me and Arkham are going back to base. Let me speed up the replay a bit to get to the front line faster. Arkham and I, from this point, we actually carried the game for the most part at the base area. Watch and see how me and Arkham carried the match. I am using the rock here as cover while I am loading. That object did not hit me. Another ricochet. Right now, me and Arkham, we are picking off enemy tanks within the base area of. This STB, I led my shot, having feelings that it was going that way. I am using the dead tank carcass here as armor. I know if I go down below now, I could die, so I am sitting here while Arkham and the T-54 give me target to shoot at. Fortunately, that T-54 spotted the STB there. Using this object at the corpse for armor too. This is where things begin to get worse for us. Right there, I should have had used a APCR round there. It would have had killed that vehicle. That object there is going to be a pain in the match later for the other object.
Gegnerfahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
For a TD, the Object 704 have good armor for a Russian TD. This IS. This what I am doing is a bit foolish. I went down to try to kill the vehicle. Me and the T-54 teamed up to finish the IS off. APCR there would have been a good idea. But now it's only just me and the T-54. That T-32, I could have been in one shot there, but fortunately I angled my armor while I was driving. This T-32 is a one shot now. I have to get a good shot on it. I got the capital kill right there. Right now it's a one-on-one duel. Who can kill the other person? That object, if it just loaded HE, it can kill me with that shell. That Object 704 most likely hit the side of the turret, which just ricocheted. This replay I did quite good. I carried the match with the assist damage added on top. I did around 5,000 damage, which I gotten my Ace Tanker badge for this tank. Let's go to the next replay now. This replay, I am in a platoon with a clan member in a tier 9 match. This replay, I will show you how good the armor on the E-75 is when you're in a holdout position against many vehicles.
Los geht's!
First things first, I looked at the map and see where I have to go. My platoon mate was helping me a bit there by pushing me. Speed the replay up to get to the front line faster. Me and my platoon mate here, we are going to be using the terrain here to our advantage when the enemy makes their push around here. I got a good hit on that IS-8. Me and me and my platoon mate Smuck were communicating.
Weiter geht's.
When I fired, I fall back and he moved forward. I also acted as a shield for him a bit as well. Seeing the T-34 is low on health and going to be killed, me and Smuck, we fall back to a more secure location.
Wir haben sie nicht mal angekratzt.
Somehow I missed that shot.
Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung.
I am timing my shots that I poke out. Having about a 8-second load time for the 105mm gun is actually quite good.
Gegnerisches Fahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
But now it's just me and the J Panther. Also, we have help from the island there as well, but they can give us a limited amount of support.
Wirkungstreffer.
I am making my armor and only giving him the well armored part of the armor.
Der ging nicht durch.
Using a PCR would have had gone through that IS-3 armor. IS-8.
Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung.
I move back, angle my vehicle armor so some of my rounds will just
Der ging
bounce
voll
off.
durch ihre Panzerung. Eine unserer Ketten ist zerstört.
Another
Wir
hit
sitzen
there.
fest. Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung. Kette wieder funktionstüchtig. Los geht's.
Finally, I got in a hit from
Der
the
ging voll durch ihre
E-75,
Panzerung.
which he had to load a PCR for.
Wirkungstreffer.
His shell missed, and I aimed for the capital area.
Gegnerisches Fahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
I waited for my loading to be done before poke out again. Right now, there is only 3 vehicles left. The IS-8, the T-32, and the T-29. Right now,
Wir haben sie nicht mal angekratzt.
it is safe for me to go out. I am using these dead carcasses as extra armor.
Fähig.
That T-32, I am trying to time his retreating backwards as the IS-8 try to protect him.
Fahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
Fortunately, that IS-8 moved away in time for me to get a good side shot on the T-34. I did quite well in that corner of the map by angling my armor and aiming at weak part of the vehicle. Let's go to the next replay now. This replay, I will show you how you can use the 12.8cm gun on the E-75. This is also a tier 10 match. I am on the map Ruinberg. Let me speed the replay up a bit. I am heading to the city. I am just waiting for some backup first. I have the Jag with me. I am being careful as I poke out here. I have some backup around me, just in case if anything pops out. That IS-3 there. I got a good shot on it, just under 500. I began to head this way. I switched to a PCR. I waited for some backup behind me. Me by just lighting them up and keeping them on the radar. My team took advantage of this. I waited for some backup before I advance. Having enough people here, we begin our push. Now I am in a bit of a sticky situation. Right now, there the low ST1, the E-75, and the pattern there. But the way I am angling myself, I can actually ricochet rounds. Still, I have the lower plate there, open towards the enemy. That round landed a bit short where I actually wanted it to pen, and it ricocheted. Right now we are playing a game of peekaboo. I aim at the Kepler of the SC1 there, or SCI, however you want to pronounce it. That round ricocheted. I retreated backwards. This is a very good Street Fighter here. I am looking for weak parts. I hit the Kepler. We are doing quite good in the city. We have it in our control for the most part. I hit the low, creating a nice barrier between me and them. The mods moving backward there. I am falling back a bit. I don't want to get hit by his large caliber gun. That artillery there, I aimed at it, but unfortunately my loading wasn't done quickly enough. This is where my usefulness to the team comes to an end. I did quite well. I blocked about 2.5k damage while doing 3,800 damage. Let's go back to the garage now and do a brief recap. Let's do a brief recap on the E-75. The E-75, it's a enjoyable Tier 9 heavy tank to use. This tank, no matter what matchmaking you have, you can do quite well in the vehicle. With the hit points, you can soak up a good amount of damage before you are killed. Watch out for howitzers that can easily damage you. The armor, if you know how to angle it right, you can ricochet a lot of rounds. The the 12.8 centimeter gun, if you are at the right place at the right time, you can rack up the damage easily enough. The E-75, it is quite the enjoyable tank to use once you know how to use the tank right, know the vehicle's strengths, weaknesses, and how to not to get killed quickly. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the E-75 and how to play it right. If you like this video, leave a like, a comment, and also follow my channel as well if you want to. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone.